Yes, you made it! It's a miracle. Here's what I was looking for. So yes, you made it to the shore of the island. It's morning. It's morning by now. So the sun has come up, and you notice this. Oh, this looks like a nice place. White sandy beach, and in the distance you see like a green jungle over there with a lot of animal noises coming out of it. So this doesn't seem like a bad place. No monsters around.
Huh.
Yeah, this isn't so bad.
No monsters around, the jokester said.
Yes. And the strong people get out of the boat as soon as you like get close to the shore and like pull you towards the shore, push the boat towards the shore.
Mm-hmm.
And by this time, let's say that Bill has regained consciousness as soon as you've reached the shore. Everybody's like getting out of the boat.
Alright, awesome.
Okay, you're now at Monster Island.
I will go look at my lightning gun and see what is wrong with it this time.
Okay. You open it up and you immediately notice that some of the circuitry has shorted out because it's gotten wet and you try to fire it.
Ugh.
When you look at it, you're like, wow, I'm lucky the gun didn't explode.
I shall make a note to make this gun waterproof.
Yes.
And I will fix it.
When the captain like notices your lightning gun, he then like thinks a lot like, I just realized we're sitting ducks here. We get attacked by monsters. We don't have anything to protect ourselves with. With the guns, they're still on the ship. Oh, I think I took my. Oh right, I got my revolver, but I need my rifle. We're gonna have to go back to the ship as soon as possible to get us something to protect ourselves with. To which Joe responds, don't worry about it, Captain. As soon as we build a camp here, we'll go back to get some weapons. No problem.
And we will make a diving bell.
They like look at you dumbfounded. Where are you gonna find the materials to build a diving bell with, Doctor?
We have wood, we have rocks, and we will find something to keep out the water, like skin or cloth.
And then Kenny goes, "Oh, building a diving clock isn't complicated. You just like need like a bell-shaped large object. That's it. It's not like anything complicated like machinery is involved, right, Doctor?"
It is indeed. It is a very simple device which will help us get to the ship much easier. The only thing we require is one large dead monster to skin.
Well, this is Monster Island, and I'm sure you're gonna find a monster soon enough.
Indeed. First I shall need to repair my shoes.
Very well, let's start. Alright, let's start gathering up some supplies. I see like there's a jungle back there. Let's go see if there's no wood we can forage or whatever. Oh, let's go. On second thought, let's have a rest first. He sits down on the beach to catch his breath.
Now, whom amongst you knows all about survival?
And and the captain also pulls out this metal flask and like opens it and takes like a big gulp.
Well, I don't necessarily. Well, I have some knowledge, but I also read some books about the Southern Pacific plants and
Yes, you did.
animals, so maybe that will be useful also.
Yes, Buffno specifically told me about these books. I remember.
Oh, very, very well. Then you can look at the rest of the crew, and you? Do any of you know how to survive in this harsh climate?
Yes, Bufflum's the only one with a rank in survival. Of course, your survival expert who has survival of great isn't here. Isn't that typical?
Alright, what
Yes.
would the skill be that would be like
Survival.
survival or anything like that?
Survival?
Survival.
It's called survival. Isn't that easy to remember?
No, I'm talking to the guys. I don't have a survival skill.
If you don't have it, you technically have all the skills, but if you didn't take any ranks in them, you have it as +0, like no modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then no, I don't have.
Okay.
Yeah.
You notice, like, Francois speaking up, he goes, when I was in the war, I had to survive in the muddy trenches every day. I think I can manage in this jungle.
I look at the captain. Very well, then we have 2 people who
The captain
can
says,
build.
well, in the Navy... Oh, no, that's Joe who talks like that. Well, when I was in the Navy, I got some basic survival training. I guess we can have a try.
No, not a try. We must survive. Therefore, we must do survival properly. I shall leave it to you three to discuss what must be done first.
Aye, very well.
And I will repair my gun now.
Joe, see if you can't get a fire started while we're going to go into the jungle. Okay, Captain, will do. Okay.
Oh yes, I needed to roll engineering to repair a gun. Check.
Yes. Luckily, you have some tools with you.
Yes, indeed.
Do you remember what level of quality your gun was?
I don't.
Well, your engineer... Yeah, I'm gonna say that's enough. You managed to get it working
Because-
in.
Luckily, I also have Architect of Death, so that helps.
That's a good point. No, and normally I would say you need a workspace to do these kinds of things with, but since you're just doing like small repairs, and I assume you have some replacement wiring and what have you with you.
Yes.
So yeah, but actually the most thing you need to do is dry it out. It's not ready to go like this. You need to dry it out because all your equipment is wet. If you use it again, it'll just short circuit again.
Very well. I will await the fire then and dry it out over a nice wood fire.
Okay.
Hopefully that will not destroy anything, so I will keep a very close eye on it.
You notice like Joe scratching his head. He's like looking at the supplies in the chest, and he says, "Yeah, there's this small canister of gas we can use to. It's more like for cooking than for like heating yourself. Oh, we're gonna need some wood. Well, at least we have something to make fire with."
Yeah, indeed.
Guess we're just having... Oh, what are we standing around here for? We can there's probably some wood lying around here somewhere, right? I heard there were all sorts of wreckages stranding on this island.
Very good.
Washing up on the island, I mean stranding. Washing up.
Very good. Let us go pick the beaches clean. If you find some dry cloth, a small bit of dry cloth, I could use it.
Okay. Are you gonna let Joe go off on his own?
No, I will accompany him.
Okay. What's Ferdinand? He's going into the jungle. What's Bill gonna do? I haven't heard anything from Richard yet.
Oh, Bill. Now we need to. What, babe? Okay. Bill is going to be just trying to make some survival weapons.
Okay, and how are you gonna do that? With your gear.
He's gonna use his skills. Hold on.
Yeah, but you
One
can't
skill-
conjure equipment out of thin air. So
No, but he's going to use his gauntlets and use his his stuff in his bag and stuff to like
And
try and
we
make
have,
weapons and stuff.
and we have a lot of kitchen knives.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to be a little more specific. If you had any wood, for instance, to work with, I could say, okay, you can make some spears. But with what you presently have, I'm not really, I don't really know what kind of weapon you could make, unless you're gonna like glue some knives together. I don't know.
Well, what I was thinking is, are the obviously because the what's it called? Ship. The ship was blown apart, right?
Not really blown apart, but it's definitely sunken.
It sank.
Okay.
There's a big hole in it. Richard, you're muted.
What happened? There would be metal pieces flying off of it, right?
Sure, but they're not on the shore.
Are they floating around somewhere?
Not that you can see, but if you want stuff, why don't you go foraging with Joe and the doctor?
Well, no, I'm more looking for metal pieces and stuff like that.
Sorry, can't help you, except for the knives you got.
We are also scavenging.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm scavenging the wreck to see if I can find metal pieces and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
but
that
you don't have access to the wreckage. It sank to the bottom of the ocean.
I know, but metal pieces themselves would float up above the water. Is what I'm saying.
Yes,
not
but
the actual ship. Just
unless you
pieces
want to
of
like
metal.
jump back into the boat and go over there, you don't immediately have access to stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, I'll jump back into the boat and go over there.
Okay. And then Joe goes, "Hey, wait a second, Bill. Have you ever used one of those?"
Let's see. What skill would it be?
Technically,
Piloting.
it's what?
Piloting, right?
No, this is actually strangely enough a skill that they forgot about in Spirit Ascension, because I technically think it needs to be a separate skill, like boating or something.
Huh.
Because
Well,
piloting is
what would
specifically for planes.
ships. Oh, planes.
Okay,
Okay,
Yeah.
and drive
So
is
what
specifically
would-
for cars.
Yeah, it is.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Huh. I did
maybe
not know that.
athletics.
Athletics could maybe help with like rowing harder.
Okay, then what would it be?
Technically, it's a skill you don't have.
A skill that was not available at character generation as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I find it strange that they forgot about this skill.
Then
Boats are not pulpy
maybe-
enough.
Oh, engineering.
Actually, that could kind of work.
Yeah, engineering. And I'm pretty fair at engineering.
You know what? Since it's just a regular rowboat, let's just say you can use athletics. I'm not gonna be too fussy.
Okay. Then I'm gonna tell the dude, look, we're obviously gonna be stuck here for a while. We need to make some stuff that's gonna last. Metal from the ship can make axes and weapons and things like that that are going to last and be good for hunting. There's also going to be wood from like dressers and things like that came up from the wreckage, so I'm going to use those.
Yeah,
We're
well-
going to make some weapons and tools that are going to actually last, and then we'll be able to survive better. You want to come with me and scavenge? We'll do that.
Hold on, Bill. We were going to go back to the ship anyway, but first we gotta build a camp. That was the plan.
Indeed. You could go off on your own, but if something happens to you, we will lose the boat.
Yeah,
which
didn't
would
you
not
hear what
be
we
a
were
very
saying?
good
We're
thing.
gonna go back to the ship anyway to get our guns and stuff.
So, for now, we will have to look at the island and leave the boat here. Yes?
Alright, fair enough. I guess we can.
You're muted again. Okay. And then Joe says, "Yeah, why don't you come with us, Bill? Maybe there's some stuff we can find you can use."
Besides, we will require protection since my shoes is not fully functional right now.
Okay. And then you got like a confused Kenny. Well, what do you want me to do? And you know she's like shivering because obviously she's not wearing a shirt and she's like completely drenched.
And I am only wearing my night shirt. Can you start a fire?
It's just like Joe said. We don't have any wood, you know. We only have like this gas canister and stuff in here. We don't really have anything.
And then 2 of us will get some wood to start a fire with, and 2 of us will comb the beaches. Now.
And then Thomas says, "Yes, we need to dry our clothes as fast as possible, lest we grow ill from low temperature."
Thomas, Kenny, and I will go into the woods and get some firewood going.
What would you like me to do, Doctor?
Help us find some firewood, and then start a fire to dry.
Very well, then I shall go scavenge with you. And then Kenny goes, "You want me to stay here on my own?"
No. I want you to come with us.
But looking like this, and she's still like sitting there like this because she's not wearing a shirt.
Well, I'm certain that we can find something to cover you up with, if that's what you desire.
You can borrow my vest if you so please, Miss Kenny. And he like takes off his vest. "Oh, that's so gentlemanly of you, Mr. Thomas." And then he simply like dryly says, "No, of course," and he like puts the coat over hers.
Excellent. Now we can be away. Let us be away.
Okay, so we're gonna go split up. The captain, Francois and Ferdinand are gonna go into the jungle, and the rest are gonna go scavenging. And I need to point something out because I completely forgot. But now that you've like gained your bearing, you're like looking around, and you know that there's this. I wouldn't call it a mountain, but it's definitely a high hill that like goes upwards at the end of the jungle.
Okay,
It's like really high and green.
I'm gonna be going with Ferdinand and whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that's for you to decide. Okay, cool.
And Kenny, and Thomas will make sure that we do not get, get cold and get horrible diseases.
All right, fine, cool. So,
Science.
who shall we? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go with the scavenging party first. You're like moving around on the shore, and it's like surprisingly clean there. You hear like Joe like muttering, and you're like, I can understand. I thought there were all sorts of shipwrecks here. Stupid stories.
First,
that's kind of.
We should go. Yeah, the beaches are clean, right?
Yes, that's kind of the problem with Monster Island. You don't have any definite facts about them. By the way, I wrote this down. Do you want to me to tell you what you do know about Monster Island?
In a while, yes, after we've finished getting some wood.
Okay, you don't want to know what you...
From forging the... Well, on the other hand, I am a science guy. Yes, I would like to know more about Monster Island.
Okay, give me a quick academics roll to see what you know.
Und bollocks. Not my best roll. Best skill.
Just give it a roll, it's not difficult.
It is a fair. No, wait.
No, that's an average.
It's an average. The dice cheated on me.
Okay, you know that Monster Island is an uncharted volcanic island in the South Atlantic Ocean, and apparently there's monsters living there. That's what you know. That wasn't very good.
Very useful. I am so glad I spent the time on the trip studying up on this island.
Actually, Spuffnum's the one who studied it up, not you.
Of course.
Okay, so you're walking walking around, and you know what?
Finding the beach is clean. Yes.
Yes. Give me a perception. I mean, oh goddammit, alertness roll.
Alertness.
Please. Yes.
Very well.
1+.
That would be a greater success.
Okay. You suddenly notice some vague footprints. They've been mostly washed away by the currents, but by the ocean. But yeah, you think you can follow them if you want. They definitely seem to be human footprints, because those definitely are shoes.
Did this Shadow of the Jungle wear shoes?
I don't think so. I think he's barefoot.
Yeah,
Then,
the Shadow of the Jungle was barefoot.
since I am currently unarmed, I will not follow the footprints. I am not a fool.
Don't you have a backup? Don't you have a sidearm? I thought you had a pistol with
Oh
you.
yes, I do have a Luger.
Okay.
Very well. I shall point this out to the others and say,
Does a
Why
normal gun work even if it's wet?
yes, it will.
Okay.
As long as the powder is not wet, it will work.
Oh yeah, it's in the bullet, so it can't get wet. Okay, cool.
So we see footprints and stuff?
I thought you went into the jungle, Richard. Didn't you go to the jungle?
Oh. I thought we were all going together. That's why I went.
No, I said we're splitting up. One group goes into the jungle and the other are like foraging on the beach.
Okay, who's going into the jungle then? Just
Okay.
Dawa?
No?
No. Dawa is on the beach. The captain, Francois, and Ferdinand were originally going to the jungle, but then you said I also want to go to the jungle.
Oh, Ferdinand is Spoofnum, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a sec. Actually, because Ferdinand is a fist guy, I'm not going to be going into the jungle. I thought I thought Ferdinand was Soren was Dao's character for some reason. I'm sorry. I wanted to separate it so that people would be able to have like a
Yeah. Okay, so you're on the beach.
Yeah, I'm on the beach.
Okay.
I shall point out the footprints, look at the butler and the report and say, perhaps you want to go back go into the edge of the jungle and see if you can find wood there. Then Mr. Hex and I...
You notice him reaching into his waistcoat, and then he like reaches out again as you say for him to go back. Well, as you wish.
For it would be wiser for you to find... I think you will find more wood in the edge of the jungle than on the beach.
and Joe looks around. He says, "Well, I think there's danger or something."
I do not know. This could be the footprint of the man of action, or this could be footprints of someone else. It would be wise not to...
I wouldn't know who else would be here.
I do not know. I do know that the men of action have disappeared here.
Okay. And then Kenny goes, you think we should go back?
Yes. And grab some wood from the edge of the jungle.
Well, I can handle myself in a scrap, and he holds up his fists.
Yes, and that is why you should... That's why you should go with Kenny and Thomas.
Okay, very well, let's go.
Crap. Real quick, I'm going to run over to my bag. I'm going to grab one of my extra shirts, and I'm going to bring it over to Kenny and hand it to her.
Oh, she was already wearing a jacket, remember?
So
I know,
don't worry
but I
about
want to
that.
give her a shirt too.
Ah,
Just so she's not just wearing a jacket.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Hex. That's very nice of you.
I figure I owe you one because, I kind of ripped yours off. I mean, not that I don't like what I saw, I'm just I'm saying.
Oh dear.
Ach, meine Herren.
Yeah, she's all flustered, and then Thomas slightly, then Thomas dryly states, "Yes, let's leave the flattery for another time. Come, let us go." And they, like leave.
Thomas, Joe?
I'm not
Thomas?
being flattering. I'm just stating the truth.
Thomas, Joe, I expect a fire. I expect a fire when we get back.
I shall endeavor to do so, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, and they leave.
I
Okay.
frown at the American. Now, let us follow these footsteps until they get either too cold or too dangerous. I trust you can be silent as well.
He's talking to you, Richard.
Yeah. So we saw the footprints. Do you have any way of distinguishing whose or what these are?
They are boots. That is what I know.
Okay. What would I use to try and distinguish them?
Let's see, what do you got? Why don't you give me an investigate roll? Investigation.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. Or mysteries, because it's a mystery. Who
No,
you
mysteries
belong to.
for the arcane matters. This is not arcane.
I got a +1.
That's not too great. No, they just jumble together. Like when you're looking at you're like, these footprints are already like old. It's actually a miracle they have not completely washed away. And you think like if you come back in a few hours they might be completely gone.
So they've been here for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Doctor, what do you think we should do? Think we should follow these boots?
Yes, at least see if we can find something of value.
All right. Is there? Are you gonna be all right in a fight, or are you gonna need something? Because I don't know if your pea shooter there will be able to fire because it's been in the water.
I shall pull out my Luger and go, I have a sidearm as any good officer has.
Ah, good. Will that one work? Because it's been in the water.
Of course it will work. It is high quality German engineering.
All right, fair enough.
Same kind of engineering that lost the war.
It was not the engineering that lost the war. Also, do not mention the war around me. You will not like me when I talk about the war.
Francois the same way.
Bill doesn't care. The war was just the war. It was another passage of time where a lot of people died, and he got to punch a lot of people.
Now, let us investigate these footprints.
Yeah, let's carry on.
All right.
You guys follow the footprints. They go across the beach, and eventually you notice a wreckage in the distance. The footprints come from a wreckage.
Wait, if the footprints come from a wreckage, where were they headed?
Yeah, you're following the direction to where the way they came from. But yeah, there seems to be a wrecked ship there, and it seems to be a modern ship, not an old ship. So it's only, you think it hasn't been there for very long.
Ooh.
Is there anything burned in the wreckage?
You don't know. You see it in the distance.
I will go to the wreckage.
Let's do it. Let's head out.
So you're heading towards the boat, and yeah, it seems to be a pretty modern looking ship. As a matter of fact, you're getting close to it. You're like, wait a second, this looks a lot like Admiral Action's ship.